वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीर धारी कृपा बुद्धिर्यतमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणम् वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Warm welcome everyone in the study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we'll continue our study from chapter 18, text 37 onwards. We'll begin. Before we go, so Deepti, others, you let us know. There's this book, and it comes on used to come on television as well. Something called as Alice in Wonderland, right? A very popular book, I think 90s, when something like that. It was there in 90s, I believe. Alice in Wonderland, and written by an Englishman, Lewis Carroll, I think, and comes from a English town near Warrington, near Warrington, and very popular book. And it used to come on Indian television, I believe. Alice in Wonderland. Aishwarya, you heard Alice in Wonderland? No? Used to come, I think, on Indian television.
Yeah, it used to come.
Huh? And there's a book as well, Alice in Wonderland, by a British English writer, Lewis Carroll, someone who lived near Warrington, from Warrington. Huh? Now, Alice in very popular. Mm. You know, there's another thing. Uh, the book has not yet been published, though, but there's another book, and it has not come as such on televisions, but it is very much there in practical life. Another is what? One is Alice in Wonderland. Another is Alice in Worryland. Heard of this? Alice in Worryland. Huh? Now the book is not out yet, nor the TV show is out yet, but it is real. Even though not out yet, it is still in the market. Hmm? It is still there. Alice in Wonderland and Alice in Worryland. Now we can decide for ourselves which land are we in. Hmm. Are we in Wonderland or are we in Worryland? Now this is Bhagavad Gita. Huh? Arjuna was in Worryland, not Wonderland. Huh? Arjuna was in Worryland, not Wonderland. But he again and again. Uh, Best thing is he revealed his heart to Krishna. Huh? He revealed his heart to Krishna. He shared his problem. He acknowledged and he revealed his heart to Krishna, and then there was all the help. So for us, reality is what? Alice in Wonderland or Alice in Worryland? Of course, our heart's desire is to be in Wonderland, and one day we will make it there in Wonderland. One day we will. Now, Wonderland is what? Wonder, this wonder dream and beautiful. Na? It's all very rosy. It's all very beautiful. Like, I don't know the details of that Alice in Wonderland, the book or the story. But this girl, maybe she goes into somewhere, something, and then a whole different world opens up for her. Hmm? Something. So, like this. Now, Krishna consciousness or spiritual world is what? It's like an eternal dream. Now, if it is an something which is an eternal dream, it means it is a reality only. Eternal dream, and a dream, if it is for eternal, means it has to be a blissful dream, happy, joyous dream. Hmm? And why dream? Because it's so much of relish in there, so much of relish. It's like a, okay, we are in a dream zone, wonderland zone. Hmm? So, real reality is actually Alice in Wonderland. Our heart's desire is actually Alice in Wonderland. But we are stuck where? In Worryland. Huh? Now we can check for ourselves how much are we in Wonderland and how much are we in Worryland. Hmm. Uh, Wonderland and Worryland. So it's like substance and shadow. Substance. Mango is king of fruits, na? Very juicy, very sweet. Now, real mango is very juicy, very sweet. We eat it and such sweet it gives. And another is what? A mimic mango. Now, what can you do with it? It looks like mango, but you cannot eat it. And that is what illusory happiness, which then makes us, because we live in illusory happiness, so we are stuck in this one worry land sort of, or we have created a worry land for ourselves. But through this dialogue of Bhagavad Gita, through these teachings, through this understanding, through this message of Bhagavad Gita, through the practice of Krishna consciousness, we need not be in worry land. Uh, we transform ourselves from um, worry land to wonderland. We take on this journey. This is the journey Arjuna embarked, from worryland to wonderland. And the same journey we all have to embark for ourselves. We all have to make a start. And the sooner we make a start, the better it is. The sooner, especially those who are born and raised in the Vedic land of India, should have this much of faith and take into Krishna consciousness. All teachings, all learning, everything is there. No, one should not get any hung up or spirituality or religion or Krishna consciousness, or we believe in science and we are, no. One should just drop all of that and with heart start reading Bhagavad Gita, go to temples, do japa, and keep whatever questions one may have. All questions will get settled once one starts practicing Krishna consciousness in the association of devotees. So, one is Alice in Wonderland. That Wonderland Alice is where? In books or in television. And the Alice in Worryland is where? In reality, out of books and out of this thing, television. There is a magazine called Back to Godhead magazine. It's on subscription. It's on magazine called as Back to Godhead magazine. Very rosy magazine. If you see that magazine, such beautiful pictures, such beautiful articles. It's like everything rosy. Mm. The articles and very philosophical. This festival here, this Rath Yatra, this event, such beautiful. No? Every page is so beautiful. You turn and read. And real life is what? Coming out of that Back to Godhead magazine and coming to reality, sort of. Now, our heart's desire is there in that wonderland, and we will surely attain one day that wonderland. Nothing is stopping us. It is only me who is stopping myself. No one can cheat us. No one is cheating us. It is only I who is cheating myself, or I am allowing myself to be cheated. And whosoever has come in our life is there to help us only. Everyone who comes in our life is to help us, guide us, to help us move forward. Now it depends on my vivek, my spiritual intelligence. How do I shape up my life? How do I live life? What is my understanding of life? And the pivotal thing is devotee association, association of saintly people. And this life is meant for this, to transform ourselves from worryland to wonderland. Proper, pure joy, unadulterated. Uh, that thing. And must be a process. There is a process. There's a way. Everything is there. Time is kind of a separation between us and Krishna. provided we are awake and we are utilizing our time nicely. So, with this hope, mood, prayer, attitude, uh, seeking further and further blessings, further and further mercy of Vaishnavas, we continue our study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, text 37 onwards. We'll read. Yat tadagre vishamiva pariname amritopamam tat sukham satvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. Okay, Ashwarya, read translation purport. It should be on the screen any minute now. So we come to the world of
I can't see
reality.
his. Okay, yeah.
Uh, Krishna consciousness is to come to the world of reality, live the world of reality. Uh, Head on, take the reality head on, not escape or anything. Okay, Shreya, read translation purport.
Yeah. Translation. That which in the beginning may be just like poison, but at the end is just like nectar, and which awakens one to self-realization, is said to be happiness in the middle of good, in the mode of goodness. Purport. In the pursuit of self realization, one has to follow many rules and regulations to control the mind and the senses and to concentrate the mind on the self. All these procedures are very difficult, bitter like poison, but if one is successful in following the regulations and comes to the transcendental position, he begins to drink real nectar and he enjoys life.
Read translation again.
That which in the beginning may be just like poison, but at the end is just like nectar, and which awakens one to self realization, is said to be happiness in the mode of goodness.
So, Ashwarya, were you clear with the translation purport reading yourself? Were
Yeah.
you engaged in it or were you elsewhere?
No, no, I was engaged in this.
Okay. Yeah. See, as long as while reading, if you are, when you read and if you are able to kind of process, understand, follow whilst reading, then see what will happen is those who are participating, they will also be able to follow, understand, process through your reading. This is a thing actually. Screen हटा सकते हो दीप्ति. Uh, if now, if when you are reading, but if you yourself or when someone is reading, but he or she is just physically reading but mind is elsewhere, then the audience will also lose. There will be um, some friction, some noise. There will be some disconnect. Likewise, if the speaker also, if he is not peace of mind and if he is not controlled and if he is not in proper grip, say, then the audience will go here and there. So look how beautifully Krishna is speaking and how beautifully Arjuna is listening. And it is because of that effect we are able to relish Bhagavad Gita. If Arjuna were not a good listener, we would not have actually relished Bhagavad Gita. Uh, So it is both way, speaker and the listener. See, the highest joy in life is what? In speaking about Krishna. It's the highest joy in life. Continuously, one can talk about Krishna. Continuously. Time will be short. And the highest joy is what? Listening about Krishna. Mm. Speaking about Krishna and listening about Krishna. And if we can do this daily basis, we will be ever happy. Mm. Come what may, and whatever things going at work, things going in family, health, money, finance, studies, and all. But we can experience, as you know, when we read, hear, chant, or when we do kirtan, then problem stops, no problem. But it is only when we stop practicing Krishna consciousness, when we stop thinking of Krishna, reading, hearing, chanting, then all the problems appear suddenly. Mm. So Aishwarya, Dipti, others help complete this saying in English. Na? Making a mountain, make a mountain of a, those who know share.
Molehill.
Yeah. Make a mountain of a molehill. हाँ? Mole होता है ना, in people's bodies also there is this called as mole. Na? Now make a mountain of a molehill. And another is what? Make the mountain like a mole. Or how to say in English? Make the one is make mountain of a molehill. Hmm? Another is make a mole of a mountain. So when we not practicing Krishna consciousness, any small little problem, oh mountain like. That is mind. Mind likes to magnify, na? Mind is negative to begin with. Mind is negative to begin with. Mind likes to project, mind likes to magnify, mind likes to dwell more on the worry part. Mind does all of that. Uh, Mind dwells on all of that. Mind is something which never lets us see the reality or come into reality or be realistic. Hmm? That is mind. And then purified mind helps us see the reality. Purified, controlled mind can make actually uh, molehill of a mountain. Uh, that thing. Uh, हिंदी में also it says ना, राई का पहाड़ बनाना, है ना? राई मस्टर्ड सीड ना, मेक अ माउंटेन ऑफ अ मस्टर्ड सीड, राई का पहाड़ पहाड़ बनाना। अभी पहाड़ का राई बना देता है कृष्णा भावनामृत ना, पहाड़ जैसी समस्या हो उसको भी राई बना देगा। हाँ, Prabhupada, once he was again asked, na, when he was in India after returning from America, establishing ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, believe in Vrindavan, someone asked him, Swamiji, how do you feel? Some Indian gentleman asked him, Swamiji, how do you feel now? You have so many temples now established, society set up, so many of your Western bodied disciples, they are practicing Krishna consciousness, spreading the movement, and furthermore and all. So, how do you feel? Prabhupada replied, what do you mean, how do I feel? I feel like what? बुढ़ापे में जवानी आ गया हो, ऐसा लगता है. Hmm? Like as if in old age I have attained youth. That is Krishna consciousness. There's no boredom, no stale, no old in Krishna consciousness, no. Hmm? So it's all in Wonderland only in Krishna consciousness. Everything is in Wonderland, proper, pure Wonderland. So, and yeah, it is a two-way thing. The highest joy in speaking about Krishna, the highest joy is listening about Krishna. The highest joy is in association of devotees doing having Krishna Katha. Highest joy. Hmm? And Arjuna and Krishna are doing this, and we are benefiting. So the listener, if he listens attentively, the audience benefits. If the speaker, if he speaks attentively, the audience benefits and can see this, can see how much we are into it, engaged, engrossed, tuned, and furthermore. So the translation says, na, that which in the beginning may be just like poison, but at the end is just like nectar. So a question, think, can you think of any such source of enjoyment, activities of enjoyment, any such activities which are in the beginning like poison, but at the end like nectar? Hmm? In the beginning like poison, and the end like nectar. Like education. When child starts going to school, generally, like when I grew up, or for myself, speaking for myself, I did not like going to school. I was like, I literally told my parents that why are you sending me to school? Don't send me school. Don't you love me? Let me stay in the house. Why? Yeah, I will help. I will help my mother in cleaning the house and on everything, and I will behave. Hmm? Don't send me school. I don't like going to school. I don't know them and all. Hmm? So, but then later on, okay, knew okay, go to school and everything. So fine. So generally, education A B C D Ka Kha Ga, who likes? No, 1 2 3 4. No, don't like. But then later on, one can check, okay, the value of it, say, at least in one's material, say, life and keeping the body and soul together like that. So, education to begin with looks like poison. Oh, who wants to study? I go play football, I go play badminton, I go play cricket. Huh? Or I watch Alice in Wonderland, I want to read Alice in Wonderland. Why do I study this science, maths, and all these things? But initially, to begin with, like poison, but towards the end, like nectar. Oh wow, yes, I relish maths now. I relish English now. I relish geography, science, and all. So, any such example you think? Like one is what? Going to gym, weight loss, na? Such a pain at the beginning, say weight loss or weight gain or whatever or weight maintenance. This poison in the beginning, na? Oh, so hard work, but after workout feels so good. Uh, After workout, the same day one can experience this. Then regular. Now, once one week experiences going to gym, yes, initial 1 week, 2 week was so hard labor. Body is jammed, and later on after 2 weeks, okay, body is a bit more flexible, more open now, and one can see, yes, wow. So one gets that inspiration, motivation. No, I should go to gym. I will go to gym. I will do exercise. I will put on weight or I will lose weight. It may be hard. It may be like poison in the beginning, but I can see the end like nectar. Going for a walk, going for a run, cleaning. Uh, Poison in the beginning, headache, oh, this cleaning. But towards the end, wow, room neat, looks so nice, so neat and tidy. And I also feel so less cluttered now, so peaceful. Like this, many things. But see, cleaning, gym, studies, all this poison. There are many such examples. Poison at the nectar beginning, nectar at the end. Going for walk, exercise. These are good, but see if it doesn't lead us to self-realization, then it is not real in the mode of goodness. Translation says what? That which is in the beginning may be just like poison, but at the end is just like nectar. And which one awakens one to self-realization? Now the many education things, na poison like in the beginning. Oh, why do I have to study this mathematics and so much? Oh, and then later on one becomes a professor in mathematics. He's like, okay, nectar at the end, loving it. Hmm? Studying mathematics. But now utpadayat yadi ratim shram eva hi kevalam. Dharmasvanustita pumsa vishwaksena katasuja. Na utpadayat yadi ratim shram eva hi kevalam. So, but if such activities and engagement, if they do not invoke an attachment towards the message of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Krishna consciousness, if they do not invoke uh, an attachment towards the practice of Krishna consciousness, if they do not invoke an attachment towards Krishna, then it is a waste of time, waste of labor. So there are many such activities like jogging. Jogging is what? Poison in the beginning, but nectar at the end. Going for a run, walk, jogging, gym, studies, cleaning. These are all like uh, poison in the beginning, but nectar at the end. Making a preparation, food, uh, could be such a headache, but once made and all, and serve the guests, so nectar at the end. See? But thing is, if they do not help us build our faith in Krishna consciousness, if they do not help us take into the practice of Krishna consciousness, then it is no good. We see so many na into sports, football practice or cricket practice, poison in the beginning but nectar at the end. And what? I'm playing now IPL. I could never dreamt of it. When I started playing cricket, I was like so poor and I hated it. Why did my father put me into it? Why did my father put me into football? And now I'm playing English Premier League. So we cannot club this as a happiness in the mode of goodness. Yes, my friend, you have gone through the hard uh, struggle in life. You have understood. You have lived life and values and principles and goals. Okay, there's some traces of some goodness oriented sacrifice, learning, teachings, and all. But it is not, if it is not taking one to self realization, it is no good. Even though good, still no good. That good is of no good. Mm. Human life is not meant for settlement. It see the thing, all other species of life, they are actually meant for settlement and they are settled very nicely in their instinct, in their behavior, instinct driven behavior. It is only human life which is not meant for settlement, but we settle down, and that is a curse if we settle down. It is a blockage, it is a curse in ourselves. Hmm. So, mode of goodness, happiness is what? Poison in the beginning, nectar at the end, japa. Such a, it could be a thing. Generally, those who start doing japa on beats, chanting on beats, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Huh? It may take someone to begin when one does 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 also. Like, wow, the round is still going. When do I complete? Hmm? And one may not know also the manner how to do japa. One may sing, one may not be chanting properly and all. And of course, the mind will be so many. But gradually continuing in association of devotees, gradually doing japa, then one would come in the good time zone, 6 to 8 minute time zone, half 6 to 8 minute time zone. Hmm? And one would be more attentive in the japa and start relishing the japa. And furthermore, and this is something which leads one to proper self realization. So japa, when one did on the day one also, even though he took 25 minutes say, and was singing more than doing japa say, still it is not like mode of goodness. It is japa in itself is like transcendental. But I need to tune in myself to that transcendence. Mm. I need to tune in myself to that transcendence. So japa is not, we cannot say japa is mode of goodness. Actually, it is beyond mode of goodness. But I need to tune in myself to the japa and overall practice of Krishna consciousness. Book distribution may appear like poison in the beginning. Wow, going out in streets, stopping someone, approaching someone, speaking with someone stranger, don't know, but need to put up a good smile, good face. And the hardest thing, one of the hardest thing in life is what? Okay, this is a question. One of the hardest thing in life is what? To receive a rejection, to hear a rejection, to be rejected, to receive a no. Job, no. It's very hard to take no. Family relationship, very hard to take no. Loss, no. Rejected, loss, no. We do not accept your approval, loan approval. We do not accept your visa process. Rejection is very hard to take in, very hard. So going for book distribution and rejected, sir, take a book, no. So that and repeated no. Yeah, book distribution, 1 hour, no, 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 no. Repeated no, very hard to take on. So question is, what is more hard to take than rejection? There is something which is even more stronger and hard to accept than rejection. We all agree, right? Rejection is very hard to take. And rejection as in like, see, even in devotee community or in general, na, in family, you made preparation. Someone came, guest came to the house. You made 10 items. Huh? But in one item, the salt was a bit less, say. Or in one item, sugar, it was too sweet or less sweet, whichever the case be. Then someone says, everything good, but yeah, only just this. Everything good, but just this. Now that just this, na, that sort of rejection, hard to take. 9 items, great. We may lose focus of those 9 items, but I was a bit rejected in one item, slightly. So that becomes very difficult to take. So rejection in general, a flat rejection is very difficult to take. Rejection is very in general is difficult to accept. But there is something which is even more stronger than rejection and very difficult to take on. And those who have done book distribution, they can easily relate to it. And in life also, without even gone into book distribution or arena, one can perhaps relate to it. So any thoughts? What could that thing be? Yes. Pip message, na? Saying what? Being ignored. One thing is being rejected, another is being ignored. Which is more heavy? What do you say, Ashwarya, Deepti, Anuja? One thing is being rejected, another is being ignored.
Ignored?
Huh?
Yeah, ignored.
Rejected, so at least we take a job interview. Okay, sit down, we have a job interview. We speak with you. Huh? Rejected, okay, give me your passport form, we'll go through it. Huh? Rejected, okay, you want a bank loan, okay, let's speak. Rejected, you want an appointment, and then rejected, no, we don't give you. Ignored is even more strong, heavy, na? Uh, Relationship, it's it's very saddening, if I may say. Yeah, sad and what? Young boys and girls, na? They think that they are in love. Huh? They think that they are in love actually. But that is not real love. That is a very low level or thing of love. So many, it is observed worldwide, many young boys and girls, they think that they are in love, they love each other. They don't know each other, what to speak of love each other. Huh? They don't know each other so well. They know each other on the superficial platform. Everything looks good, yeah. It's when they start living, oh wow. Anyways, so this uh, thinking that actually love in many young boys and girls go like yes, thinking that we love each other, huh? And then experiencing rejection in that, or someone like boy likes a girl, girl does not like and rejected. So that is heavy to take. But imagine that the ignored altogether, that you do not exist. Wow. Mother and child and family, na? Imagine you could be in the family, but you are ignored altogether. You do not exist. So many women ignored by their husband itself in the family. The woman is there in the family 10 years, 20 years, children raised, but you do not as if belong or exist. Mm. Man, woman, family settings and all work settings, you do not exist. In friends group, na? Within a friend group, a subgroup, you do not even exist. So this is even more heavy to take. And life will throw all this to us. Life will throw all of this to us. All life is throwing all this to us to what? Make us humble only. If someone has become humble, no insult for him. A humble person never feels insulted. He never experiences insult. A humble person always experiences peace. He always experiences grace. He always experiences kindness. He always experiences blessings and mercy. It is only a puffed up person who experiences insult, who feels that I am neglected. A humble person never feels that I am neglected. And we are actually never neglected. We are Krishna's Baba. How can we be neglected? Krishna is not at all neglecting us. Krishna is preparing us. Now it depends on my attitude, on my vision. One thing I can say, Krishna is neglecting me. We say na many times, God, where are you? And you are neglecting me and all. Huh? But no, it depends on my vision. Krishna is actually preparing me. We should always tell ourselves we are never alone. Even though lockdown and isolation and what this thing, na self isolation, lockdown and things, we are never alone. Yeah. Who is alone in this world? Is anyone alone in this world? Any bee, even a mosquito or bacteria? No one is alone. Krishna is there with each and every living entity, matter and living entity as well. But it is a matter of realization. Having this conviction, realization that I am not at all alone. And when Krishna is with me, then what worry is there? Then, then if Krishna is with us, then will I be Alice in Worryland or will I be Alice in Wonderland? It is just having this realization, this conviction, this experience. Krishna is there with me. Then what to worry? All problems again start when we do not practice Krishna consciousness, when we stop practicing, when we do not associate and all. Lots of problem. Our problem is we are too smart. Now that is a problem. So yeah, that activity which is uh, poison in the beginning, but nectar at the end. Book distribution. So many rejection. You go good. You woke up early in the morning, do japa, Bhagavatam reading and all, and then you go out distribute books. And no, no, no. But if the devotee is humble, he won't feel any insulted. No. Baba, this is the highest charity, the highest. For someone humble, no humiliation. Never. A humble person can never feel humiliated. And one who is not humble will always feel humiliated, deprived. For a humble person, these words do not exist in his dictionary. These experiences, what? Neglect, deprivation, insult, rejected, ignored. No, no, no. Humble is always that, yes, Krishna is with me, the grace, the love, the care. Humble is like, wow, I've been given so much that I do not deserve. Hmm. I'm undeserving. I do not deserve this, especially this devotee association. So this is the causeless mercy of Krishna. So see who is our the opposite of well wisher? Who is blocking us? Who is not our well wisher? I myself am not my well wisher. I myself am pulling myself down. Hmm? Everyone is there to help me. Everyone is helping on me only, but I'm not willing to take help. So this is like happiness, na? Uh, sense enjoyment, na? Happiness, or poison in the beginning, nectar at the end. Difficult. And why? Because to begin with, we are so conditioned. We are so badly conditioned. We are so wrongly conditioned, poorly, lowly conditioned. And the first thing a child learns is to say no. He wants to say, he likes saying no. No. Food, no. This, no. I'm independent. I will do as I like. See now, how many times no does a child say and how many times does he say yes? In newspaper, check out now, read the news. How much negative news do we hear? News that is sad, depressing, crying. crisis oriented and all. And how much good news is there? Even fashion news or sports news and all. Uh, Generally, we live very low. We live low morality, low energy, negative, uh, all this because we are conditioned. So, this is why again education becomes like a struggle for us, maintaining health becomes a struggle for us, all this. But again, if someone is doing good education, good health, good money, good relationships, and all, that doesn't mean that actually, yes, this is happiness in the mode of goodness. The self realization element has to be seen. Is your happiness based on bodily identity or spiritual identity? That is the basic check, ground level check. See, us practicing Krishna consciousness follow some rules, regulations, right? No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex. Now, there are many animals who do not eat meat. So, what is so great about not eating meat? Is there anything great about if someone does not eat meat and fish, egg, onion, garlic? What is so great? There are many animals who don't take this. Now, if someone does not take in no meat eating, no gambling, if someone does not gamble, no stock marketing, gambling, stock marketing. So what's the big deal? Is the big thing not eating meat and not gambling? Uh, And then if someone no intoxication, we will find not so many though, but we will find someone who does not drink alcohol or tobacco or drugs or even tea and coffee, say caffeine. Uh, Now see how many people in this world uh, would be no meat eating. So much so that no fish, no eggs, no onion, no garlic. Very few population. What is the world current population? 8.3 billion, around something like that, I think. 8 plus billion. How many will be no meat eating? Uh, Very few. Then how many will be both no meat eating and no intoxication? Meaning no tea, coffee also. What to speak of alcohol and tobacco and drugs. No caffeine oriented tea, coffee as well. Again, very few, very few. Then how many will be no gambling? No playing cards, gambling with money or small or big. No gambling. Very few. Now, how many will be ticking these three boxes? Very few. Then, no illicit sex, no illicit relationships. How many will be ticking these boxes? Very few. But if someone still manages to tick all four of these boxes, what great has he done as such? If someone still manages to tick all of these four boxes, but now utpadayat yadi ratim, shrame vahi kevalam, ticked all these four boxes, but no attachment towards Krishna, no spiritual say understanding of life, and nothing great, Baba. What great? Uh, Going on, na? This world is going on. Satya, Treta, Dwapar, Kali. Satya, Treta, Dwapar, Kali. We are like pawns in life. Pawn. Every pawn is irreplaceable. We are easily replaceable. We are easily replaceable. See, COVID came, na? Practically the whole world came to its knees. Did it not? Uh, Who's who? We all are easily replaceable. Who are we in the eyes of material nature? We are nothing. Not like a grass. Wha- uh, We carry very high ego, that is the thing. So, someone could be following all these principles: no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex. But what great is there? Mode of goodness as such, something okay, yeah, some piety, some pious, um, some good hope that he will take into Krishna consciousness. But real happiness is what? Taking into Krishna consciousness. A question. Give some answers. Huh? Uh, what are the things that make people happy? Now, there are many things. It need not necessarily make you happy or may not make you happy. If it makes you share, if it, but what are the things that make people happy? Going to cinema, many hundreds of things, na? So, what are such things? One is going to cinema, right? Watching television, right? What else? Deepti, Anuja, Harsha, Pepa, Aishwarya, playing football, nice weather, playing sports make people happy, nice weather. What else? Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp,
Spending time with family or traveling to new places.
spending time with family, traveling to places, going for eating out, or having guests in the family. List is goes on and on and on, right? Many more such things that make people happy. Now the question is, what are the activities that keep people happy? Now tell. एक तो है कि लोगों को क्या सुख देता है। क्या सुखी करता तुम्हें? भाई पिक्चर देखना, वीकेंड में क्या पिक्चर देखना। What makes you happy? Watching movies. Monday to Friday I work. Weekend there are people. Weekend they would watch 6 movies minimum. Friday Saturday 3 4 movies. Friday night onwards. Friday night onwards till Saturday 3 4 movies. Sunday 3 movies. So what? Yeah, fine, agree. Watching cinema makes one happy. Going for a run makes one happy. Huh? Going to restaurant makes one happy. Going for a walk, going for a long drive makes one happy. Eating out, spending time with friends, family, nice weather. But question is what keeps one happy? Does all of these keep one happy? Yeah, now you say what keeps one happy? Hey, do we have such a magic wand that okay, try this. Whenever you try, you will always find yourself happy. Human life is meant to find for that activity. Okay, smoking cigarette makes you happy. Does it keep you happy? Intoxication makes people happy. Does it keep them happy? Huh? We see now drinking makes people happy. When people are a bit drunk, they think that they are funny. Then the humor comes out. When people are a bit drunk, they think that they are good dancers. Then awkwardness goes away. Consciousness, we are not self conscious. When people are a bit drunk, they think they are very confident. Huh? All this, when people are drunk, they think they are romantic. Huh? All this, that they are happy. But does it keep them happy? It is such a myth, such a horrible myth, and society is caught up in it. In which media, which government, which party, who is bringing out the reality? Who is against it? Who says that do not drink, Baba? If you want to follow me, Prabhupada told his disciples, if you want to follow me, you have to give up all of this altogether. No meat eating. So much so, no onion garlic as well. No intoxication. So much so, no caffeine tea, no caffeine coffee. Huh? No gambling, no illicit sex. As we were discussing yesterday, day before, na, in Europe, two things if you take out from Europe, Europe will crumble. Two things. What are those two things? If you take out from Europe, it will crumble. Football and beer. If you take out football and alcohol, there's nothing left then to enjoy in life. In India, if you take cricket out and maybe take tea out or Bollywood out or take cricket out or and take something else out, there's nothing in then. Mm. Likewise, America, if you take maybe football out or basketball out, but one thing is constant in America, Europe, Australia, mm, Canada, what? Alcohol. If you take alcohol out, no fun, no party, no sense enjoyment, no motivation. What's the point of living and all? So we know hundred of things that make us happy. Can we take this as a personal question, Baba, and find out an answer? Everyone, check out for oneself. We can list easily 50 items that make people happy, society happy. Huh? Drinking makes people happy, meat eating makes people happy. Are there not people knowing, oh, guest is coming, teacher is coming, say, oh, yeah, teacher is coming, we'll make chicken now. Let's make meat for our teacher. He gave us education for the full year. Now we invite him to our home. And how do we honor him? By serving him meat. We'll give him the best chicken, we'll give him the best meat. So, meat eating makes me happy. Um, Intoxication makes people happy. Uh, Licit or illicit sex makes people happy. No? People take pride. And movies, so much of adultery, the seduction shown in movie. Uh, Horrible, like many a movies is like soft pornography. No? It is like that. Indirectly so much. Look, a child growing up, how much violence does he sees? And is there an escape route? Say a child growing up from news channel, from sitcoms, comedy series and all, from this thing, comedy shows, from movies, songs, Bollywood songs. Listen to, if someone can check on the lyrics of those Bollywood songs, is it not sex all over spread out, say, by and large? So many of such songs. What? And the lyrics and the meaning hardly goes together. Huh? And see? But just the music has to be something catchy and all. Hmm? Now, so much of child growing up, he sees so much violence, he sees so much of hatred, crime, cheating, and so much of content, adult content and all. And this is the character we are building then. So again, there are hundreds of items that make us happy, but what is it that keeps me happy? And do we ever work to find that item out? How much trouble, how much of pain, effort do we take to find out what is it that keeps me happy? If someone intoxication, I would say drink only if it keeps you happy. If you can prove that it keeps you happy, no problem. Then continue drinking, continue smoking if it keeps you happy. Continue having illicit affairs, multiple relationships if it keeps you happy. And people, it does not keep one happy. One knows from inside, I'm burning. I've taken so much of cigarette. Now my health is also going, money also, and this is giving me depression. But Bollywood says what? Cigarette के धुएं का छल्ला बना के, है ना, all this the way it is shown. जाने क्या होगा बाबा रे, है ना, कल क्या होगा किसको पता, अभी yes, let's party, that's the essence of life, this is what we want, all such. So One can check, Baba. What is it that can I come up with one item it keeps me happy? So if one thing that keeps me happy, that is spiritual only. Because we are spirit soul. See, this is how it is non-sectarian and everything, na? Krishna is non-sectarian, universal. So if there is any one activity which keeps me happy, say it could be programming, computer programming, coding job, hmm, whatever, going for a run, if it keeps me happy, in the sense that come what may in my life, I'm not disturbed. I always feel the more I relish, the more I enjoy, the more I love it. I never ever feel complained of it. So that activity which always keeps me happy, and that is Krishna consciousness. Reading, hearing, chanting will always keep us happy. Sadhu Sang will always keep us happy. Not just make us happy. Society, what make you happy? Make up now. So much propaganda, propaganda, propaganda. How much of propaganda for Hare Krishna? Hai na? Like street Harinam chanting and all. Then public says, "Oh, look at them Hare Krishnas. They need to. Why do you need to do publicity for yourself? Look, they go out in streets, sing, chant, and all, do publicity, showing as if bhakti is something in the heart. It should be done in show of practicing spirituality. Huh? Bhagavad Gita, why do you make a show of practicing spirituality? Huh? Bhagavad Gita, why do you make a show of it? Bhagavad Gita is something which should be wrapped up in a red cloth, huh? Heavily wrapped up in 5 red cloths, tied very tightly and kept inside the altar. Huh? And externally we show. When it comes to marriages, look how much money do we spend in marriage? How much entertainment we allow for in marriage? Huh? How much dance, how much food, all this. At that time, do we say, keep your, if you are getting married, keep it within yourself. Why do you have to do this much of dancing and singing and this, make it a festival altogether? And in marriage, see, how much of time do we give for the proper havan, yagya, for the proper fire sacrifice? And how much are we there then? By Pandit, the priest, do your thingy and do it a bit quick. I have a photo shoot, I have this tweet, that tweet, you know. Anyways, okay, any thoughts, questions, or comments? Okay, let us read two more. This on happiness. Visayendriya samyogat yattad agre amrutopam pariname visham eva tat sukham rajasam smritam. Okay, Anuja, read translation purport. So chapter 18, text 38. Read translation purport.
A young man and a young woman meet, and the senses drive the young man to see her, to touch
Translation.
that happiness, that happiness which is derived from contact of senses with their objects and which appears like nectar at first but poison at the end, is said to be the nature of passion. A young man and a young woman meet, and the senses drive the young man to see her, to touch her, and to have sexual intercourse. In the beginning, this may be very pleasing to the senses, but at the end or after some time, it becomes just like a poison.
They are separated or there is divorce. There is lamentation, there is sorrow, etc. Such happiness is always in the mode of passion. Happiness derived from a combination of senses and hap- happiness derived from a combination of the senses and the sense objects is always a cause of distress and should be avoided by all means. That happiness which is derived from contact of the senses with their objects and which appears like nectar at first but poison at the end is said to be of the nature of passion.
Hmm. The whole world is caught up in this sense enjoyment only. Throughout, everyone is propagating sense enjoyment. Look, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. The whole world. Sense enjoyment means what? Cheap enjoyment, quick enjoyment, quick, short lived enjoyment, temporary, intense temporary enjoyment, which binds us then completely. Uh, Material world means what? Whatever I enjoy enjoys me. Whatever I own owns me. Whatever I control controls me. Mm. Whatever I try to exploits me. We are trying to X smart, na? That matter I can enjoy you, no? We cannot enjoy matter. We cannot enjoy this body. There are many in their 50s, partners or husband and wife, and they just cannot separate each other from each other bodily level. In the 60s, they cannot separate each other bodily attraction. Such strong. See? The sense enjoyment is where the whole world is caught up in. Everywhere from east to west, north to south, every nook and corner. And within our consciousness, see, after all this sense enjoyment only. And after going through, burn ourselves in so much in sense enjoyment, then there is no energy to take into Krishna consciousness. Becomes extremely difficult to take into Krishna consciousness. There's these expressions, right? What? Uh, bruising while cruising. चोट लग गई ना bruising while cruising. And there are some other similar sayings, na? What is it? Uh, what casualty causes causality and something, yeah. Mm, Meaning, uh, experiencing pain while partying, something like that. It looks like I'm having a good time, I'm having a fun, but we all are running away from ourselves, trying to look good, show good, appear good, and all, but in actuality, not good. Trying to look happy, appear happy, and all show happy, but in actuality, no happy. But is this not a valid question? I know 100 items what makes me happy, but what is it that keeps me happy? And this one can test Krishna consciousness on this. Test japa on this. Does japa makes you happy? Yes, it does make me happy. Does it keep you happy? Yes, it keeps me happy also. Does Bhagavad Gita makes you happy? Yes. Does it keep you happy? Yes. Huh? That is not build up of the consciousness, Krishna consciousness. Otherwise matter my consciousness. It makes me happy, it does not keep me happy. And later on what? Actually it is making me sad, not happy. Such is the thing. Uh, I think that I am the Pandit, I am the controller, I am the knower. No, I'm being exploited, I've been used. That is matter. If I try to exploit, I am only going to get exploited. Uh, And in Krishna consciousness, there is no exploitation. No exploitation. There is only love, joy, service, nourishment, pure nourishment. And in matter, only exploitation to different degrees. So all this sense happiness na, is what appears like nectar at first, but poison at the end. That is passionate happiness. And the strongest passionate happiness is this physical attraction, bodily attraction between man and woman. Very strong, very strong bond of attachment it creates. Heavy, tremendously. And society has scope and room only for this um, sense enjoyment, happiness. Okay, let us read 39 as well. Yadagre chanubandhe cha sukham mohanamaatmana nidralasya pramodatham tattamasam udaritam. Dipti, read translation purport.
And that happiness, which is blind to self realization, which is delusion from beginning to end, and which arise from sleep, laziness, and illusion, is said to be of the nature of ignorance. One who takes pleasure in laziness and in sleep is certainly in the mood of darkness, ignorance, and one who has no idea how to act and how not to act is also in the mode of ignorance. For that, for the person in the mode of ignorance, everything is illusion. There is no happiness either in the beginning or at the end. For the person in the mode of passion, there might be some kind of eph- ephemeral happiness in the beginning and at the end, distress. But for the person in the mode of ignorance, there is only distress, both in the beginning and at the end. And that happiness, which is blind to self realization, which is delusion from beginning to end, and which arise from sleep, laziness, and illusion, is said to be of the nature of ignorance. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we can check for ourselves. Uh, we are this material world or this earthly planet is largely dominated by mode of passion. And from mode of passion, are we going towards mode of goodness or mode of ignorance? Passion will make us ignorant only. Passion never makes us wise. No. So we have to come to the mode of goodness and we have to scale up, excel mode of goodness, become wise. So again and again we will stumble and we should stumble again and again at this question and contemplate what is the difference between information, knowledge, and wisdom. Mode of goodness is knowledge, and we have to go beyond knowledge, wisdom. So, what is the difference between information, knowledge, and wisdom? Wisdom is what we need to aim for. Uh, Wise. Uh, a humble person is wise. Only a humble person is wise. A wise person is one who thinks himself unwise, who believes, who knows that actually I'm unwise. Paradox, it is all full of paradox. Look the paradox here also, na? That which is happiness in the beginning, but poison at the end. Paradox. It looks like happy, it is not giving me happy. And we are so sold out now. Home, mortgage, eh, jobs, family, relationships. It's like every other side we are being locked. Locked by bank, locked by house, locked by relationships, locked by here, locked by there, locked by there. In between, we just try to find a small window. What? Easter break, holidays, 4 days. In between, spring, summer break, term break. 1 week, 2 week holiday, and then what? Christmas break, and work hard throughout. Then just like 6 7 days and all, some relaxation, some breather. So mode of passion is this only. Have you seen a rocking chair, Deepti? We know a rocking chair, which is like person can sit on it. It's called rocking chair only, right? Now person can sit on it and move back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, to and fro, forward and backwards. But where is he going? Nowhere. Nowhere. Might be so much of rocking chair, but going where? Nowhere going. Like in gym, na machine cardio and all. How much did you run today? 2 miles, 5 miles, 10 miles. Where do you reach? Nowhere. Rocking chair, आगे पीछे, back and forth, but reaching, living nowhere. So that is mode of passion. Very passionate. I'm busy. I'm active. I'm busy. Doing what? Sin. Ah, we all are busy sinning only. Intoxication, gambling, meat eating, illicit relationships, all these things. Licit or illicit. Even in Krishna consciousness, licit is not licit enough. Licit is also not licit. So, mode of passion happiness is like the rocking chair happiness only, na? So much of friction, so much of energy, so much of passion, so much of movement, but hardly any happiness. That is mode of passion happiness. Like I burned myself out. People say, na, I gave my heart and soul to this company, to the job. I gave so much to the family. I gave so much to my children. And in the end, this is what I get. In the end, this. So mode of happiness, mode of passion happiness. Na khoda pahar nikli chuiya. And mode of ignorance happiness, like he just cannot contemplate what is happiness. No, very lazy and crazy altogether. Mode of passion, mode of ignorance happiness. Uh, complete lazy, complete crazy. You know, there were a king. A king. He knows. Okay, there are many lazy people in the society. There are no work, no job, no charitable, no community service, nothing doing, and we will take money from the government. We'll take money from people. We'll just live like that. So king noticed that, okay, and he wanted to check. He wanted to bring about a change in society. So king knows now that there are such lazy people in the society who do nothing but want to live off the society. Give nothing to the society but live off the society. So a king, he formulated a plan how to deal with them lazy people, how to do with them, what to do with them. So how did it happen? So he invited people uh, for a meal, a good meal. Hmm. Now lazy people, but still he sent them cars and all, did all the arrangement that this meal, very nice meal, food, and you don't have to do anything. Just sit in the car, come, and we'll take you to the dinner table. We'll bring you the plate and everything. Okay, fine. Lazy people agreed. So many lazy people assembled and started having food and all. And in that moment, what happened? A fire broke out intentionally in the hall. Fire broke out. Okay, let us put the hall on fire now and see who is the most laziest. Hmm? See, Let us put fire out and see who is the most laziest to prove that okay, people are lazy and you are lazy. So many still they ran away. Many. Huh? Somehow they moved and all okay, oh fire, slowly, steadily, fine, going. But there were two people still in that hall who did not move. Hmm? Oh, fire, okay. What did they do? Okay, let us just turn around. That much only. Hmm? पीठ दिखा दो कोई नहीं okay. Oh, too much of fire coming on the face, too much of heat. Okay, fine, I turn around and show my back. That is lazy. Real lazy. And there are people like this. Who are these people? You and me only. No one else. No one from another planet. Us only. Lazy, na? We are procrastinating. We delay. And we like to procrastinate. We like to delay. Not care about the reality situation. No. And this given this valuable human form of life, but we do not care for it. This is how we treat it. Either we want quick enjoyment, pizza in 5 minutes, pasta in 5 minutes, what? McDonald's in 5 minutes, home delivery in 5 minutes. So much we are this na instant happiness. W- There's so many things coming with instant what? Instant coffee. Then what else is there? Instant microwave, instant noodles. What else is instant? Instant call, instant SIM card, instant this, instant messaging, many things now with instant. Now this instant it kills austerity, it kills patience, it kills respect, it kills boundaries and all. It kills the value. It kills building a character. And this in the name of instant fun, instant joy, instant happiness, we are becoming so trapped, so trapped. Now, see, sometimes when we get instant happiness, say, instant coffee, instant noodles, instant pizza, instant message, and it makes us happy. But the other side, the opposite side is what? When we do not get things instant, we get even more angry. Suppose if I have to quantify happiness, say out of 100, we become 80, 90, 100 happy. Out of 100, say happy, how much happy you are? I'm 90% happy. Why? Instant pizza, instant phone call, instant message, instant fun I got. Very happy. Now, when I do not get this instant thing and I have to show patience, I have to show austerity and hard work, labor, and yet I know I'm not getting, then what? How much sad do I become? More than 90. 100% sad, depressed. So it is joy which makes us joyous a bit. Something happy, it makes us happy. But more than that much of happiness, if something is wrong, something is sad, depressing, we become even more depressed. Happiness does not make us that much happy as depression, sad, or stress makes us more stressed. Is it not? Something, ice cream, going for a walk makes me happy. Ice cream makes me happy, you say. Fine, I'm getting happiness. Wow, good day, good weather, nice weather, barbecue makes me happy. Instant happiness, nice. Hmm? Dress, online shopping makes me happy. But now this expectation is so heavily blocked, and when I do not get it, instant shattered. That is way more dangerous. And this is where we are leading then, creating so much of anxiety for ourselves, mental health issues, problems, depression. And again, I'm not trying to paint a pessimistic picture or negative picture. I'm not forcing myself. Many times it is like, okay, what you say wrong more, you say more negative and all, then that attracts. So that is not the thing. This is the reality which we are trying to understand, to look into. And Krishna is saying this. And look, When did Krishna say this? 5,000 years ago, na? Baba, someone may say 50 years ago there was no internet. Huh? 60 years ago, look, 1960, what was life? Very, still very slow, na? 1950, 1960, 1900s, very slow. Uh, World War One, World War Two, very slow, na? News spread slow, so slow. Bombs would go slow. Everything very slow. Fighting was also still in the mode of goodness, sort of. You send a bomb, you had limitations, isn't it? Spy is coming. 3, 4 days it will take for the news to come. We have sent our spy. The spy will give us report. You make a phone call. Okay, connecting operator. Can you connect? So back in the day, everything's slow. Uh, Still mode of goodness, war and all this, even sense enjoyment and dating back in the day, na? Open a magazine, look, and then try to connect, all such things. Now, what is that? Instant dating sites, there are so much, na? Make a profile, 13-year-old, 14-year-old, make a profile, cheat that I'm 18, I'm 16, I'm 14, could be 12-year-old boy. Smartphone, na? Wow, who checks you are 14 or what? Yeah, give as 14 year. There are many. They make their Facebook account. They are underage, but they make Facebook account. Parents also know, family know. Okay, fine, stay in Facebook only. Next step is what? Then Tinder, na? That very dating site app, all such things. So young boys and girls, and there's so much of like this, all promoting what? Look, so much of bodily level relationship, all promoting this only: meat eating, gambling, intoxication, and sexual relationships. All this sense enjoyment, and so much of depression then. Uh, People have smiling faces, but crying hearts. Prabhupada said this beautiful. People have smiling faces but crying hearts. And it may look externally, what? Oh, devotees, they're so depressed tomorrow. Oh, I don't want to live that life. What? Oh, devotee life, you have to wake up early in the morning. Uh, so much of rules, regulations, japa, this, that. Oh, I want to live free. And it appears what? Devotees are living in bondage. No meat eating, no. Baba, this is not bondage, this is giving freedom. Another, see, waking up in the early in the morning seems like poison, uh, but nectar at the end when we learn to wake up early in the morning and go to bed on time. But there are many people, especially businessmen and politicians. Politicians, businessmen, daytime they interact with the society, media, coming out, celebrities, but early morning they do their job and work. So someone may say, well, politicians, celebrities, sports stars, they wake up early and they do their job and all. So it is mode of goodness thing? No. Mixed modes or okay towards, but where there is a deprivation of self-realization, it is not really mode of goodness. A devotee wakes up half 3, 4 a.m. hmm, and a politician also wakes up. Celebrities also wake up. Maybe 3, 2 a.m. businessmen wake up. And first 4, 5 hours they do their emails, planning, working, everything. But what is their work? What are they doing? And with what intent? What purpose? What goal, mission, aim, vision, motivation? And a sadhaka, a devotee, he wakes up 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m., 4 a.m. And what does he do? Chants Hare Krishna. This is transcendental mode altogether. So we should not allow ourselves to be flattered or deviated by the worldly glamour and all. No. Krishna consciousness is a sweet struggle, a worth struggle, a struggle worth taking. Such a relishable, joyous struggle. Okay, any thoughts, questions, or comments? Okay, we leave it here then. Thank you very much for your kind participation. And we continue tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll read from 18th chapter, text 40 onwards. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.